Good students, you're welcome to class. Today we shall be looking at the topic register on sports. Now, why are we looking at this topic? Some time ago, I was watching a football match, and in the course of the game, one of the players committed a foul at the middle of the field, and someone among the spectators shouted, "Penalty, penalty." Everyone was surprised and they looked at him. Why? Penalty is not awarded when a foul is committed at the middle of the field. Penalty is awarded when a foul is committed at the penalty box. So you see the reason why it is important for us to know these words, to save ourselves perhaps from future embarrassment. Now, what are our lesson objectives for today? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain register, give words for various registers, write short texts using words from different registers, and fill blanks appropriately with the right words. Now, let's move on. Let us look at the definition of register. What do we mean by the word register? Register could be defined as the form of language used in a certain situation or circumstance. The form of language I use in a certain situation or circumstance. Take for instance, the language I am using right now while teaching you is quite different from the language I normally use with my wife and my kid at home. So the circumstance and the situation will determine the language I use. It's also varieties of language use which are distinguished according to function, occupation, and varieties of activities. My occupation, the work I do can determine the kind of language I use. Say for instance, while teaching you, you hear me say things like teachers, class, chalkboard, textbooks. These are words related to teaching. Take for instance, if I'm a medical person, for instance, you hear words like drugs, you hear words like drip, you hear words like gloves. These are words associated with the medical field. So my occupation will determine the language I use. My occupation will determine the register I use. Take for instance, let's look at religion. You see words like doctrine, theology, God, church, Islam, Christian, spirit, shrine. These are all words related to religion. If I come to this class and everything you keep hearing me mention doctrine, theology, God, you may be tempted to ask me, "Sir, why are you sounding religious?" Why? Because I am using the register related to religion. Okay, look at this education, for instance. Principal, students, teachers, laboratory, scheme, class, pupils. These are all words related to education. Home, father, brother, sister, siblings, bed, cupboard, furniture, family, fridge. These are words related to the homes. These are registers of the home. These are registers of education. These are registers of religion. The language associated to this field. Now, let us look at some common registers for sports. Now let's see some registers on sports. Look at the word free kick. A kick in which a player may kick the ball without interference from opposition. It is often awarded for a foul by the opposition. Penalty kick, a form of direct free kick taken from the penalty spot after a defensive foul in the penalty box. Dunk, to put the ball directly downward through the hoop, like in basketball. Look at some other sports terms. We have words like trophy, competition, medal, free kick, goal, players, coach, referee, penalty, and so many more. Now, in the course of this lesson, you are going to be using some of these words to make good sentences. But before you do that, I will give you the words to look up their meanings from the dictionaries, and then you will use them to make good sentences. Thank you.